and I'm sitting here chilling in my car. I'm gonna do another Evolve or Die installment, and I wanted to base it on forgiving people, like forgiving, like if you had like issues with your parents, mother, father, issues with your other relatives, friends, whatnot. I want to talk about that today. Um, the point that I want to stress is that, rather than like holding on, like if you're going through something with somebody, if you had a misunderstanding or falling out or whatever, I think it's best to go ahead and, patch things up with them, don't let things ride out too long, because you never know what's going to happen to that person, because nobody's promised tomorrow. I had a situation to where I wasn't talking to my cousin for a minute, and it just so happened that me and him started talking back on a Friday, and we patched things up. Everything was cool. The last time I spoke to him it was good conversation, and whatever. And then that Sunday, he got killed by a drunk driver. So when I got over the shock of of him being killed, I was happy that I actually got the opportunity and chance to patch things up, because I don't know how I would have been feeling like if I didn't do that and he had passed. So I want to stress the issue is like when you got beef with somebody or bad blood between you guys or whatever, just go ahead and patch it up. Patch that shit up and let bygones be bygones, because you never know. Nobody's promised tomorrow. You never know when your day is going to come. You never know when the other person's day is going to come. And I would rather go ahead and patch things up rather than living with regret. And rather than having my last memory of somebody be an argument or bad blood, bad air, Just like today, over the weekend, I found out that my father had leukemia, and he's really sick, and he's in the hospital right now. And I haven't spoken to my father in like 4 years. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I haven't talked to my father, and it's probably been 5, going on 5. But either way, it's been a minute, and me and him, we're just kind of like oil and water. We really don't mix, So we have some disagreements and whatnot. So I found out, he was in the hospital sick or whatever. He was also reaching out to, telling my sister to tell me, hey, how's, trying to find out how I was doing. Because I guess when things like that happen to you, you kind of think about things, you put things in perspective more, and you're like, okay, you start thinking more seriously, So I gave him a call today because I know he has a chemotherapy treatment today. He probably already had it already. It's about 4 o'clock right now, and I talked to him, and I felt better. And it's like, I don't want my last conversation or my last interaction with somebody before they pass, before anything happens. Because I'm not saying he's gonna pass, but I'm saying you don't know what's gonna happen. That's why if you got bad blood, with somebody, and it's minor and it can be fixed, go ahead and fix it. Go ahead and talk to that person. Go ahead and apologize. Let them apologize, and even if it was their fault, you don't even have to expect an apology from them. Just reestablish that connection, and that and open up the lines of that communication. And you don't even have to talk about what you went through. You don't even have to talk about any arguments that you went through. Just talk to that person. Just open that back up, because like I said, no one is promised tomorrow, and you never know. And trust me, I got a friend who's living with that right now. He didn't talk to one of his relatives for like 2 years, and they had an argument, and the relative passed away, and he regrets it to this day. So that's my thing. My thing today is like, forgive and forget. Don't hold on to grudges. If you got beef with somebody, try as soon as you can to, even if it's like 10 minutes after you guys argued, one day, you know what I'm saying? Try not to let it go on for too long, because you never know, what could happen, what's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. God forbid you have an argument with me and we don't talk and something happens to me, and then your last memory of me was an argument. Will you be happy with that? No. I hope you wouldn't be happy with that, because I wouldn't be happy if it was on the other, if there was the other way around, So just, my thing is, like, just if you have arguments with people, just try to do the right thing, try to be the bigger person, try to patch things up, reestablish the lines of communication, and like I said, nobody's promised tomorrow, and that time, once they're gone, you can't get that time back. Trust me, you ain't gonna get it back. So if somebody's done you wrong, somebody does whatever, did whatever to you, just let that shit go and move forward. You know what I'm saying? If it's your parents, if it's your cousin, if it's a friend, if it's, and I'm mainly talking about people who really mean something to you, people who have meant something to you, people who hold a special place in your heart, in your life and whatnot, and people who you really care about, That's all I gotta say for the day. I'm about to get back in this building right here. Peace out, peace and love, evolve or die. Later.